two reasons. Number one, I do think that it's wasteful to make a cardboard box out of a tree if you don't need to. Now, you do have to at some point replenish the fibre supply, but where you can use 100% recycled paper to make a cardboard box, it's always better. I think one of the initiatives we're going to do is offer councils a fourth bin for people to put their trash into, so that there'll be a glass recycling bin, so that they can, get the glass out, separated from the other parts of the bin. And the second reason is that I do think that landfills are a big contributor to carbon emissions, and recycling is something that everyone can do. It's a very practical way that everyone can participate in, not just the esoteric kind of things. And so I think recycling, I'm passionate about, I don't like waste, so if you can make a cardboard box out of waste paper, or if you can make a glass bottle out of 70% recycled glass, why not? It's just a matter of not being wasteful, and it creates a lot of Australian jobs to boot. So our goal is to halve landfills and double the recycled content of manufactured goods.
And are your clients and consumers really looking for recycled goods now as well?
Absolutely. People recognise that recycling is a very practical way that people can contribute to the environment. It's something that we can all do. It's not something that only some people can do. And therefore, I think, and our customers look for what percentage of recycled content can they put into their product in a very high quality way. And so we feel that we're supporting our customers as well as creating Australian jobs.
And this investment today will bring the number of clean energy plants in Australia that you have to what exactly?
Well, we currently have 5 clean energy plants, so it will bring them to 7.
Do you think the space has a lot more room to grow, the clean energy sector?
I do. I think that ultimately there's going to be a need to continue to lower the cost. I think that the Prime Minister's comments about technology rather than tokenism, technology rather than taxes, is a very good focus. And we are very much about technology. All of the $2 billion that we're going to spend is in technology that enables us to use a higher percentage of recycled content, whether it's to make more glass bottles in the stock prep of a glass bottle plant, or whether it's to build a clean energy plant to turn those rejects back into electricity and steam that were previously going to landfill. So it's all about technology, and Bill Gates just wrote a book about that, and he also, in that book, the main theme of that book is that it's all about technology.
And power consumption-wise for Visy, how much of it is self-sufficient or self-generated?
Well, at the moment, I think about just under half of our energy is generated by ourselves, and the other half is bought in the grid.
And are you a big consumer of gas as well?
Right, and but I'm talking about all of our energy combined. It's and our goal obviously is to get to 100% self-generator one day.
Just turning to the United States now, you've obviously invested heavily in America. You're the 5th largest box maker there. Now Joe Biden is president, what opportunities do you see in the US?
Well, first of all, we're the largest Australian employer in the United States. We're very proud of that. And on top of that, we're very proud that we've built 5 out of America's last 6 paper mills. 5 out of America's last 6 paper mills have been built by us. And I think that the great thing about Joe Biden, I had breakfast with Joe Biden, President Biden, one-on-one in 2016 when he was in Australia, and I was very impressed with him. I think he's going to make a great president. And I think the zeitgeist of America is going to be very amenable to environmentalism, and I think companies that we sell to, that buy our boxes, that buy our packaging, are going to be more inclined, even more than before, to use 100% recycled packaging.
What was the environment like in the US over the course of the election?
Well, as I said, I think we've worked with, this will be our 6th administration that we've worked with, and we've been creating jobs in America the whole time, and we're the largest Australian employer in the United States, and I think that we'll continue to create jobs and green-collar, well-paying manufacturing jobs.
Yeah, Biden has already rejoined the Paris Agreement and clearly has a strong focus on reducing carbon. Will that focus result in any changes for Pratt Industries in America?
I'm hoping, and I do believe, that our customers will continue to increasingly demand 100% recycled packaging, and we're uniquely equipped to provide that in America. We've built 5 out of America's last 6 paper mills, all of them 100% recycled, and we're the largest Australian employer in America, and I'm very confident that we will be able to increase our business over there. Our business over there has sales of $4 billion Australian currently, and and despite that, we only have 6% of the market. So we've got a long way to go, and so we see the sky's the limit there.
Sort of seen in the media anecdotally that Biden's putting a bit of pressure on Scott Morrison to do more to address climate change. Do you think we might see a larger focus on climate change from the Australian government over the next few years?
Oh, I think the Prime Minister's done a fantastic job regarding his focus on technology and his focus on technology, not taxes or tokenism. And I think that President Biden's going to do a fantastic job in America, and I think Prime Minister Morrison's going to do a fantastic job in Australia, and has done a fantastic job in Australia. And all I can say is that we're under his leadership, we're ramping up our clean energy production.
And what was it like meeting Joe Biden, having breakfast with him a few years ago?
I was very impressed with him. I think he's a tremendous leader. He made the point that 90% of at least public company earnings are channeled into share buybacks and dividends, and I think that there's a tremendous opportunity. I think the Australian government's move to initiate accelerated depreciation for investment is a great way to incent people to spend more on capital and less on share buybacks and dividends. And as a result of that, rather brilliant policy by the government, we've now brought forward $380 million of investment spending forward as a result of that accelerated depreciation.
And when do you think you'll get to meet him again?
I'm always happy to meet with the President. As I said, we're a manufacturer. That's and we're a sustainable manufacturer, and our focus is on creating jobs.
And just finally, you've obviously got operations in in Australia, the US, plus a little bit in Europe and Asia. Are there any major growth opportunities there around the world for you that you're looking at?
No, our focus is on Australia. America are the 2 countries, and New Zealand, but mainly Australia and America, that we believe have the Australian people are extremely high productivity people, same with Americans, and Australia and America are unique in that they've got the best balance of low sovereign risk and high growth compared to most countries.
Well, Anthony Pratt, thanks very much for joining.
Thanks, Ed.